Alright, so I just got done playing a bunch of test games with Rakdos vampires. I gotta say, it's a little bit inconsistent. Some games you really get your early draws and you're on the beatdown, and this deck feels very good while you're on the beatdown. Not always though. If you falter on draws, if you falter on colors, it's a little bit harder to pull back. It can pull back, but it's not this deck's forte. I found myself Bloodline Keeper ended up being very nice in some longer matchups, especially against long creature-based decks. It was good, but in a lot of decks, I was actually surprised. I found myself more excited to draw the Malakir Blood Witch. Drana, I never got to use. I only run her as a one-of, but she seemed, in situations where I was looking like I had a ton of mana, she was looking very, very good to be able to just finish out the game. So I like my upper end. Bloodline Keeper, a little underwhelmed with. The curve of going like Bloodfell Caves, turn 2 air, turn 3 incorrigible use, still feels fantastic. I mean, Air, Falconwrath, Bloodsworn, and Incorrigible Youths are all very, very, very good in this deck. Fiery Temper obviously is great. Rakish Air I was actually surprised with. It was more of the Lord I was looking for than Bloodline Keeper was. So I might look at bumping this up to a 4. Vampiric Fury, I think Vampiric Fury was definitely one of the ones, the flex slots I would give this deck. Same with Urge to Feed. It didn't seem like that second ability on Urge to Feed, the one where you can give untapped vampires counters, came in that much. So Grasp of Darkness might be better, although actually I don't know if it's in the format. I mean, let's find out. Because... yeah, 0.04. So it's not there. So there might be a better piece of removal than this, but I'm not sure what. But so I really like the list. I think all of this I would say is pretty solid. These picks, I mean, are flexible. Maybe move them around to something different in the sideboard. But yeah, all in all, I'd say this deck is, you know, maybe like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's not very flexible. It basically folds to Mother of Runes, but so does a lot of stuff. I think all in all, I went like... in the ones I recorded, I think I went 2 and 3. Maybe 3 and 2. I'll look back. Yesterday, it went much better than that. I think I went 6 and 1 yesterday with it, so it's good, but inconsistent. It feels really bad when you falter early. So yeah. Well, there you go, Rakdos Vampires. I mean, fun Penny Dreadful deck, very, very fun, super explosive when it works out, and can scrap. I mean, it can scrap better than I thought it would be able to. So yeah, fun deck. Definitely would recommend checking it out. I like the board. Despise was less handy than Duress. Duress was very good. Stensia Masquerade was not useful at all. I think Stensia Masquerade, I would either take these out and make space for another set of Insolent Neonates in the board. It just didn't pan out how I wanted it to. And honestly, it's just not that much better than Vampiric Fury. These games go pretty quickly. So, yeah, Big Game Hunter is good against the big decks. If anything's, you know, there's an enchantments deck that just made one huge dude, Big Game Hunter is good in that kind of matchup. Another Urge to Feed if it's a bunch of small creatures. Elusive Tormentor is good in the control matchup. Same with Drana. I mean, in the control matchups, I was just pulling in all of the duresses and then every creature I could and blanking my removal. So, yeah, scrap these. Throw in another set of Insolent Neonates. I think that's definitely going to serve you better.